where we're going.
Oh, wrong one. Oh, it didn't work anyway. We're good. All right, ready? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Dads. We're back for year 2. I'm joined by the homies Smirks and Moose. And I'm happy to be back. I'm happy it's fantasy football season. I'm happy wearing my LT jersey right now. I'm just excited. Very, very excited. Got a new camera this year. Got new setups. We're looking more professional. Shout out to Moose for the graphics. Graphics looking clean. Coming out the top 10s, value picks, all the great stuff, man. That's Moose behind the scenes. Big shout out to him. Make sure you guys, if you're not following already, make sure you hit that follow button, hit the like button, give us some interactions, get our page out there for us, help us out a little bit. This year we're taking a little different approach and be a lot more serious than we were last year. Our content's gonna be more like to the point. We're gonna put content out. Last year I think we slacked. We slacked on the content last year. This year we're gonna pound the content. Like CMC pounds the end zone, bro. That's what we're gonna do this year. We're gonna pound the content. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
We got a MySpace yet?
No MySpace yet.
No MySpace. All right.
No
I heard you on LinkedIn though, Moose. We're on LinkedIn.
Oh, yo, we are definitely on LinkedIn, bro. I'm all over LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Let's go, man. Happy to be back. Excited that we're gonna kick it off with a mock draft. I mean, no, like we're going right to the point, man. No, right to the point. Like, we're not taking our time this year. We're not sitting here talking about who our top 25 running backs are, who we're not. We're going right to a mock draft. And
yeah.
I couldn't be happier about it. All right. Yeah, I mean, you guys want to say anything? You guys anything to add?
Hell yeah, I am so pumped for football season again, man. Last year was a tough year. It was a good year to be introduced to the show. I enjoyed my time on it, so I'm glad to go back for round 2. Hopefully all our fans are going to be tuning in every week like they did last year, and we can help you guys win some weeks of fantasy football, man. A lot more serious this year. Last year I was only in the 2 leagues. A couple leagues got defunct, and this year I think I'm up to like 8 already, so it's going to be high stress.
Yeah, it's definitely glad to be back, man. Feels good. We already got like more graphics and content than we did last year. Yeah. Like at this point, we were doing shows, me and Rye, but now that we got you on board, Moose, everything is going smooth right now.
Yeah, man. Took one graphic design class in college, and all of a sudden I should be getting paid for it, eh, boys?
No. We're not paying you.
Just beers. Just give me a couple beers.
But yeah, I mean, I gotta say though, looking back on last year, because we never did like a recap review or anything like that. But it's just one thing I gotta say is just like you look at last year, you look at this year. Like, I mean, I still think COVID might play a role this year. I think that's something you still need to consider when you're drafting and like not drafting. I'm sorry, when you're joining leagues and stuff with league rules and whatnot. I think you still have to keep COVID into consideration. But yeah. I think that like me and Kevin we went on a trip last year to New Hampshire, dude, and Derrick Henry. Do you remember this when the Titans didn't play? Right? Remember? I was a big Derrick Henry guy, and I'm in the middle of my family vacation. I'm having an anxiety attack about Derrick Henry not playing football on Sunday. Like, I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I don't think we're going to get a lot of that. So,
no,
you know what I mean? Like, just that aspect alone is going to make it just a better year all around. I think like last year was great. It's football, fantasy football, but it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? It didn't feel right, but
every day it was coming out some other shit.
Right, something was going on. Yep.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, no, that's still continuing. No, that's still happening as we speak. It's literally happening.
Cam Newton is just gonna be like, he's a backup.
Oh man.
Maybe we'll see. Yeah, one thing I wanted to say about last year compared to this year too, that I think people should keep in mind: the touchdown rate we saw last year will most likely not continue this year. I think there were 75 more touchdowns last year than there were the previous year, and obviously way more the year before that and the year before that. I don't foresee that to continue. I still think there'll be a lot of people that have fantasy proficiency and fantasy value, but the touchdowns are going to go down. Home field advantage we saw last year is definitely a thing. And Jacoby Myers just scored a touchdown.
Fans are back. That's like the biggest thing.
Yes.
The whole COVID nonsense.
Right. All right. Well, before we get going here, just a couple things I want to talk about. Our shows, we're gonna have them every. Right now, it's gonna be every Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST. However, when football starts, it'll be every. What day did we say? I'm sorry. Was it Tuesday?
Thursday.
Thursdays will continue, and then we'll have the Sunday morning show.
Okay. So Thursday, and then on Sunday mornings, we'll be live for our usual start-sit show on Sunday mornings, where all that last-minute switcheroos go down. But if you are checking us out on Twitch, I know it's my personal page. Make sure you guys head over to our YouTube, our Facebook page, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and just search the Fantasy Dads. Give us a quick thumbs up, a follow. Anything helps us. Like we said, we're really trying to make our content better this year. I know I'm going to put a lot more focus into it myself and take some focus away from my personal stream side of it. Because it's something I definitely can see having some success if we actually put the time and effort into it, because I know all three of us handsome men are very knowledgeable when it comes to fantasy football. So hopefully we can help you guys win some leagues this year. Hopefully we don't make you pick Joe Mixon or something like that. Hopefully we can give you some good heads up. But bear with us and enjoy the transition as we get better and as we improve everything that we got going on. As you can see already, from just last year, everything it's already improved. Just the going live screen is not a black screen anymore. We got an actual nice little overlay. It looks good, and I'm very happy to have my face on it, and I'm excited. So, all right, Moose, kick us off with some picks. What spots are we picking from here?
Yeah, so we're gonna. What's that?
Let's get some randoms going, right?
All right, so Kevo, we'll do you first. Random 1 through 12. You got number 3, buddy. So go ahead and claim number 3.
I love 3.
All right, we'll go with you, Rhino. You got number 2, man. Oh, I like that. Back to back, I like that.
You got 1?
And I got 7. No, I got 7, so that's fine. I'm much more comfortable with that than I am at 1.
Where'd you give me? You gave me number 2, bro.
You got number 2, bro.
Where are you? 3?
He's at 3.
Ooh, we're gonna be
sniping each other,
bro.
I love that.
Snipes. All right.
Snipes.
Joe Mixon for MVP. Michelangelo says no. Not this year.
Oh, Michelangelo, welcome back.
Year,
Bob Pita too.
Not this year, dude.
Into the show.
Shout out to my Twitch homies watching: Birdie, Cassie, Tony, Jen. I see you guys. Bert. But let's get this draft going. I'll start it. So on the screen, you're not going to be able to see who we're selecting. I'm going to be drafting from my phone. I think I'm in the right draft. I hope I'm in the right draft.
We'll see in a second.
That'd be quite the... Oh, yeah, we're in the right draft. All right, we're good. All right, we're good. Okay.
So, yeah, we're going to talk. We're probably going to break down our picks. We'll also talk a little bit of strategy. The one thing I want to say before we start, any draft you enter, you're going to have a plan, whether it's lackadaisical or you have spreadsheets upon spreadsheets. You're going to have a plan. Be flexible because your plan almost never goes into play.
Truth.
So just want to say that.
All right, let's kick it. Dalvin Cook gets picked first, so I don't really have to explain this pick here.
His sleeper's back on his bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
sleeper's not really making much sense here. But irregardless, at this position, we're all going to assume right now Christian McCaffrey's picked. I'm obviously going to pick him right here. But you can argue. People make arguments. Cook can be the one. But I think Carolina as a whole this year is going to be a very underrated offense, to say the least. I think Sam Darnold could probably rekindle his potential. I should say his potential, linking back up with Robbie Anderson and the likes of DJ Moore as well, and obviously MVP Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. So they could do some damage.
Oh, for sure. I had to go Kamara, and makes me really hope that Jameis Winston is the quarterback.
Yeah.
Because Taysom Hill kind of ruined Kamara last year. So I think Hill needs to go back to doing what he does. He's a gadget player. He's a goal line player. And let Jameis lead the team. And they run it through Kamara. That's how that team needs to work. So
Yeah, I personally have Kamara as my number 2 on the year. And again, top 5 running backs, I think any of those guys can almost finish anywhere. I think McCaffrey's the consensus number 1, obviously. But the one thing I wanted to say about Kamara in this offense is that, first of all, we're not expecting them to win games. That's not the point in fantasy. The point is volume. And the point also is that Jameis Winston has like over 70% completion percentage to the running back. And obviously New Orleans throws to the running back since 2016, more than 30%. So I just want to say that. In regards to my pick, I see Nick Chubb's on the board, Tyreek Hill, obviously, Zeke. I personally love Zeke this year. I have him as my number 4. I will gladly take him here. I think that offense is regenerated, and they have a whole bunch of chances this year to do great. They're gonna be great.
Team 12 just went Adams and Jones at the turn.
Interesting.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. So after you went Moose, as you guys can see on the board, our Chubb, Eckler, and Jones are off the board now for running backs. Moose, you got a lot of options here, man. A lot of options. I'm just hoping you don't take the one I want.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. See, the thing is that I'm not a huge fan of Joe Mixon. Obviously through my TikTok today, you could see that. Najee Harris, obviously he's going to get the workload, but all these wide receivers on the board, it's a tough decision. It's not easy. But in my case, I love to go back-to-back running backs if I can. So I'm going to take Najee Harris.
Yeah.
I just think he's going to get the workload this year in Pittsburgh. So
I agree, Moose. I think that's a good call.
You passed on some really good receivers, though, Moose. Our strategies differ.
Yeah. I did very much so.
Bro, you had Jefferson and Ridley sitting right there, man.
I will say though, if you can get 2 solid RB1s, man, you can win leagues. Like I mean, some receivers can win you leagues, but if you have 2 guys at running back position get you 20 plus, like that's huge, especially in a full point PPR, man. It's scary to go up against.
Well, that's pretty much what my pick is coming down to right now. Is there's a guy who they're saying is going to get that role of Christian McCaffrey. It could be that 20 plus every game kind of running back, but I just don't know if they're actually going to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to pick him.
I know you want him, so that's why I'm actually going with my boy here. I'm going to take AJ Brown because he's an absolute monster.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna stick. All right, so I'm in an interesting spot right here. Okay, so the guy in front of me, he's got a running back. He's got the best running back on the board, on his board. It's obviously not the case. It's Christian McCaffrey. But I'm gonna go running back here because on the way back, I'm gonna have opportunity to probably get either another running back and go 3-headed horseman, or I could get still a wide receiver 1. But I don't want to lose the opportunity of getting my guy, so I'm taking my guy. And that guy is Antonio Gibson. I think Antonio Gibson is going to have a phenomenal year this year. I think last year he was great. Like he was no slouch last year. Like he wasn't a star yet. But he showed that sign that he could be the next big thing in the NFL. And don't forget, last year was his first year ever playing running back. The kid's a receiver. Played receiver his whole career. So now he's playing running back in Washington with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Taylor Heinicke. I don't know. That doesn't really bother me as much because with his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, we saw it last year with J.D. McKissick, in Washington. It makes me a little nervous having him there still, but I don't know. I like Gibson. I just think he's a physical beast, man. The kid's 6'5", playing running back. I don't know. It's just it's a scary thing that could happen in Washington with Antonio Gibson. Plus they got receivers over there too, so. You can't, it's going to be tough to cover all 4 of those dudes.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. The one thing I want to say about Antonio Gibson is that I'm a little bit worried about the passing game. I know, McKissick is still there. I think they passed to the running back last year like less than 3%, which worries me a little bit, but he's going to get those goal line, touches now. I don't think they're going to go elsewhere every single time. So
okay, that's fair. All right, so with my next pick, a lot of me wants to pick Keenan Allen here because I'm a big Keenan Allen guy. I love Justin Herbert. I just like the connection they're going to have this year. However, he does get hurt. I mean, last year was, what did he miss? Like 1-2 games last year, I think it was. I can't think off the top of my head.
He hasn't been actually injured in 3 years.
He was out 2 games last year.
I think he only missed 1. He missed the last 2. They don't.
No, it was because he pulled that bullshit though. That when he came up to the camera and said, "Play me."
That's right. Yeah.
So it was the last two games. I think it was against Denver and against Kansas City, week 16, 17 that he was out. So championship weeks.
Right, really, it was 2015 and 16 is when he was actually hurt. So I mean,
it's been some time now. Yeah.
I know people.
It's just kind of like just built into my head that he gets hurt. But even last year, I was high on him. Like I wanted to take him. Like he was my guy last year, and it paid off for me. It's tough to go running back here, having what I have already. But Miles Sanders is just so attractive to me with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. I don't know why. But I think I'm just going to go receiver here. I'm going to go with Keenan Allen. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take him. Yeah, that's the move. And I know you probably would have picked him right there if I didn't take him. So.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do something a little different here. Normally, I'd probably go with Terry in this spot. I love McLaurin, especially playing with a guy who just doesn't care at all, like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to air it the fuck out.
He is going
But I'm going with a guy you can't cover, and the Raiders don't have any really good wide receivers, man. I'm taking Darren Waller.
There you go.
Can't cover him, dude. He's uncoverable.
Over George Kittle, that's kind of interesting. But you're not the only person. There's a lot of people who have Waller ahead of Kittle.
Waller is a lot better than George Kittle.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if you can say he's like a better tight end.
Stat-wise, yes. Opportunity-wise, yes.
Dude, if you look at some of these game logs from last year, it's kind of ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah. Kittle's just.
Now the Raiders as a whole scare me.
Yeah,
not injury prone, right? George Kittle is injury prone.
Oh no, I know. But I think he has that ability to not really care. Like people were carrying him on their roster last year, even while he was hurt, because they know how dynamic he is when he comes back. He's the number one. Waller, I guess, is, but I don't know. Teach his own. I would have went Kittle over Waller.
Yeah, I probably would have too. However, and the thing with taking a tight end this early, see, if you had two running backs, Kev, I think you would have had to explain that, like, you have to treat that tight end as your wide receiver one. You have to get into the mindset that this guy's just not a tight end. I'll just have a wide receiver 4, or a lesser wide receiver playing or flexing for me. And in this case, I do have Terry McLaurin on the board, Allen Robinson, Miles Sanders, Mike Evans, Chris Carson, David Montgomery. I also have Josh Allen, but I'm not going to take a quarterback this soon. I just think I personally have never really taken a quarterback before like 6, sometimes 5. So I'm actually going to go with a little bit of a different route here. I'm going to go Allen Robinson. I think he has an actual quarterback for the first time in Justin Fields. I know we've only seen one game, but at least he's mobile.
So don't disrespect. Do not disrespect Andy Dalton like that on the Fantasy Dads.
I'm absolutely going to do that.
Yeah, this is his team, okay?
Andy Dalton can kick rocks.
He thinks he's coming out week 1. He thinks he's coming out week 1 and he's playing, bro. That's what he thinks.
I'm not sure about that, but I still know that Allen Robinson has finished like top 15 with like some of the fucking worst QBs I've absolutely ever seen. If I remember correctly,
he's not wrong though.
I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure he finished 8 last year. If I'm correct.
He was a top 10.
He was 12. So either way, Allen Robinson.
He was 9 in PPR.
Was he 9 in PPR?
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, you're right. He was. So we'll see. Yeah, in standard he was 12. I have it set to the wrong setting. But yeah, I love Allen Robinson. Anyway, so my next pick, still have Montgomery on the board. I think it would be, pretty sick to have, Elliott, Najee, and Monty. But I really like to fill my roster as best as I can. And I know that looking ahead at some of these teams, they have 3 running backs. So I know they're not going to take a running back. So a little bit of strategy here is I'm going to go wide receiver. Now it's interesting. They have Amari Cooper ahead of Godwin and Lamb. I actually prefer Lamb here. I love CeeDee Lamb's outlook this year. I think Zeke is going to open up the field again. And I think they're going to have a fantastic year down in Dallas.
Over Amari Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like, without a doubt.
Are you guys shocked by Kyle Pitts getting picked in the 4th round, or is that just me?
No.
Is that, like, I don't know, man.
I am, and I'm not. But tight end is such a jittery position. Like, I mean, we saw Robert Tonyan finish 5th last year, and I don't think any of us had ever heard of him.
But he was a
before
waiver
that.
ad, bro.
Yeah, he was a waiver ad. So I
I
think
know, but like, how are you drafting a rookie tight end in the 4th round, bro? I can't get behind it, bro.
We haven't seen a tight end come out of the draft like this guy like ever.
I don't care. I still let somebody else have that. I'm good, man. Like,
I'm good too, personally.
I just think it's too early. It's something I wanted to touch on because I did a couple of mock drafts and he gets picked extremely early. Maybe it's just sleeper, but I don't know, man. Like, I get it. He's a freak of nature, but I don't know.
It might be a little early. I have him ranked like dumb high though in my tight end rankings because it's him and Calvin Ridley is going to be that entire offense, and they're a terrible team. They're going to throw the ball.
See, I go Mark Andrews over him all day.
Nah.
Would you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I typically don't like unless it's Travis Kelce, who could be the best player on your team. I typically wait on tight end. It's kind of usually just my strategy. Doesn't work out often. No, I have to waiver ad a lot. And stream, but I don't mind doing that for tight end. I don't.
Yeah, I like Waller though because what he was doing on a point per game basis last year, he's gonna keep that up.
You see him at practice this morning?
Yeah, you can't cover him.
Ooh,
who's gonna take his targets away? Zay Jones, Henry Ruggs can't seem to really like. There's no good reports coming out about him. Where like all the other sophomore and rookie receivers are getting like glowing reports and highlights. There's nothing on Ruggs.
Sophomore year for the wide receiver position too is statistically and historically like some of their best years too.
There's a ton of wide receivers that I like still sitting here, so I have to, because I picked Darren Waller, who I felt was the best player available. I got to go with Henderson here.
Oof.
I got to get a running back. I got to get my RB2.
All right, and this is where I win the draft.
Oh no!
I'm kidding. I'm not though. I'm probably gonna go with Chris Godwin here, bro. I don't know how you didn't just pick him. Now on the turnaround, So here's the strategy. You should have went with that, Kev. Ready? I have 2 running backs. I'm going receiver here. I'm definitely not picking Darrell Henderson, so you don't have to worry about that. And the guy, ahead of me has 3 running backs already. I guess you gotta be wary about sleeper, but at the same time, I think if you're in a real draft, that's something you gotta look at. You probably take a Chris Godwin at that position and have a solid wide receiver too. I'm gonna take Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like another guy that I like just as much.
A wide receiver too. And then on the way back, I was gonna go DJ Moore, but
no
he wouldn't pick.
Fucking way.
On the way back, I'm gonna do something pretty dirty. I'm probably gonna go a little dirty here and take Robert Woods. And now I have 3 wide receiver ones, and I got 2 RB1s, bro. This team is nuts. I don't even have to. I haven't had to explain one of my picks yet. I haven't had to. They're all studs. I mean, the most I had to explain was about. I don't even think I did. I think because sleeper picked Cook instead of McCaffrey.
That's right. You didn't have to explain that either. You just had to explain how fucking stupid the software they're running is. I mean, this is ridiculous. If you do look at his draft right now, Kev, this is just falling into his lap.
Yeah, and I kind of expected one of those 3 wide receivers to be there, and the sleeper bots didn't allow that.
Sleeper bots, oh no. Yeah, that's rough. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But here's the thing you have to think about, though, Kev, is that, first of all, you have a fantastic RB1. Your RB2 is arguably going to be really good. It's going to be a very prolific offense.
Absolutely
and you have
poop.
Yeah, if you think
Darrell
about
Henderson
it too,
is not even going to be the RB1 of that team, bro. I would not pick him there. There's no shot.
Who is?
No
Who
shot.
is?
I don't know. Some undrafted rookie will step in. That kid's not good, bro. He's not good.
Oh no,
he's not good.
I don't.
He outproduced Cam Akers for most of the year last year, like in every metric possible.
But if that's the case, then why wasn't he the RB1 instead of Cam Akers when the season was about to start before he tore his ACL?
Because Cam Akers was their prime back that they took
Darrell
in the
Henderson
draft.
Darrell Henderson had a better year, so what would that matter?
Maybe they knew. Maybe
I'm just confused as to why we're sold on Darrell Henderson. I'm not touching that.
I'm not
bum.
sold on him, but I'm definitely not sold on
yeah.
Xavier Jones or Jake Funk.
So
He's gonna get the work, man.
At RB at that position, you'd rather have Darrell Henderson over Kareem Hunt, James Robinson, Mike Davis, Chase Edmonds. I mean,
personally
Ronald
would probably.
Jones, I would have had all those guys. Michael Gaskin, even I pick over Darrell Henderson.
No,
100%,
no, I don't
bro.
think so
100%.
at all, dude. I think Darrell Henderson has huge upside this year.
Okay.
But Robinson, I don't know what we're gonna see out of him this year. I mean, they drafted a rookie.
Travis,
They spent a lot of draft capital.
yeah, but here's the thing with that guy, bro.
That's
He's
where
gonna be on the field with James Robinson. That dude's a switch army knife. He's not a running back. Like he's a guy who's gonna be all over the field.
ETN.
He's
going to be used as a wide receiver a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So that means James Robinson's going to be on the field a lot. James Robinson is an undrafted rookie, bro. They don't just tell you no. Like, I mean, I guess they could, but he earned it, bro. They're not going to take it away from him. There's no shot. I'm just saying. Darrell Henderson, I'm not sold on. That was my argument of the night. Go ahead. Make your pick.
It's a tough one.
Go ahead.
Now that you didn't get one of your 3 receivers you wanted, you can pick Tyler Lockett. It's a solid guy to have.
I'm going to Seattle.
That is. I'm going to Seattle.
I'm gonna have to go to Seattle.
No, I like that pick a lot.
Apparently, they're gonna speed their offense up. New offensive coordinator. The more plays they run, the better it is for him and Metcalf. You know what kind of player Lockett is. He's going to boom. He's going to have some bust.
Boomer bust. He has a lot of bust speaks.
I think he'll be a little bit more consistent in this offense.
Honestly, I really thought you were going to go Deontay Johnson there.
That was your boy last year.
I love Deontay this year.
I like him and Ayuk a lot.
I'm coming up on my pick. So after Tyler Lockett, it was Adam Thielen, Kareem Hunt, Kenny Galladay. Really the only I wouldn't even have. I mean, I guess I would have maybe taken Hunt there. But I'm actually gonna not do that. I'm not taking Jamar Chase. He's like the next wide receiver on the board. I just don't feel so comfortable as to take him there. I don't know what we're going to see. I'm a huge T. Higgins guy. If you guys watched this last year, obviously I effing love T. Higgins. So I'm actually going to do
Me as well.
I'm going to get my tight end solidified here and get TJ Hawkinson. I think Jared Goff.
So I have a question for your strategy moves. I know it looks like you're waiting for quarterback. I get that. Now, in that spot with the 2 teams ahead of you with already a tight end, why wouldn't you go quarterback there and get more points?
That's a great question. So the next quarterbacks on the list are Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott. And I'm still waiting on another quarterback that I like even more than those 2 guys. And with that being said, the reason I solidified tight end is because I'm at the 7 spot.
Okay.
So that means I have 10 spots next to go, and 8 realistically that need a tight end. I don't ever feel comfortable with those numbers, and I will jump a little bit at the gun. I mean, his ADP was at like the 55, the 54, 53.
Yeah, no, that's where he gets picked around Hawkinson.
Yeah,
I was just curious as to
I'm gonna jump
as to why wait on a quarterback and not a tight end.
Honestly, I like waiting on quarterbacks anyways, man. I like to ramp up my team a little bit before I'm worried about that.
I'm not. I'm just trying to get the thought process. That's all.
Yeah. So going next though, right? So I got Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers on the board waiting for me. I mean, you could really go with any 3 of those guys at this position, and I think I'd be okay. And because there's so many teams ahead of me that don't have a QB, I'm probably going to pick one of those 3 guys here. Especially because I like the wide receivers coming up after this round. And hopefully they'll be, there when I get back. As far as who I like here, I like Dak, man. I really think he's going to have a good year as long as that shoulder stays healthy, but I think he'll be fine. Dak is a warrior, and I love watching the guy play, and I just think he has huge value with Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and Zeke out there. I think, and Gallup even, like any 3 of those guys can go off if Dak wants them to.
That's a solid pick. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully he can throw the ball, man. They're kind of worried about him.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're hyping everything up in that damn show. But if it drives his ADP down, I'm absolutely fine with that. Like I am okay with taking Dak there because if I need to, I can come back later on and take another QB if I'm really that worried.
True. Okay. All right. Kev, you're up.
For sure. So again, the two receivers I was looking at didn't make it. Deontay and T. Higgins.
Okay.
Also with Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on quarterback here. Just let it get back down to my guy. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the second year dude playing with Big Ben.
Yes, you do.
That's gonna be my guy. He's a
All
major
right.
threat.
I love that pick, Kevin. Love it, bro. I love Claypool this year, bro. I love Claypool.
I kind of like all of those guys.
Nah, yeah, I do, but I think Claypool's gonna be the guy. I think he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna.
As long as he keeps that ankle healthy, man. I don't know, a mild sprain. Those words worry me a little bit. I've never heard of a mild high ankle sprain, but I'd still draft him. I'm not staying away from him. If you look at some of the guys on this board, like that are going next for wide receiver, Kev, Juju, DJ Shark. I mean, the list goes at Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle. Like, I'm staying away from those guys for the most part.
Yeah. At this point, with the receivers.
I'm out on Shark and Sutton completely this year. They still worry me.
Yeah, 100%.
Competition.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so with my position now, I'll explain a little bit what's going through my head. Being in the 2-hole and having the team I already have right now, I think even if I want to take a quarterback, I can take it with my next pick because I doubt the guy's going to get picked, the one I want. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to solidify my running back depth, and I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a leap here and take a sleeper because I have the ability to do that with Antonio Gibson and McCaffrey being studs as it is. I don't really have to worry about them really busting much. I know they're going to get the workload. So here I'm going to take a guy and, you know, in the place where he's in, the run game is pretty predominant every year. Even if there's more than one guy, they all pretty much eat. They all do pretty much, you know, decent work. But I think this guy's got to separate from the pack this year. I'm going Trey Sermon.
I knew it.
I love this.
I
dude.
Absolutely knew you were going with Trey Sermon. You picked him up in our dynasty league too, didn't you?
Let me tell you something about Trey Sermon. Now, if I wouldn't have picked him right there is not one chance he would have got back to me, because I know Kevin would have taken him or you would have taken him.
Absolutely.
You know, but I know he might not be the listed starter in the depth chart, but based off of what I've been reading and what I've been watching, his highlights, I watched some of his stuff on YouTube. Man, the dude's good. And I think San Francisco has been missing that guy. I know Raheem Mostert's been decent, but I don't think he's even close to the skill level this Trey Sermon is, especially at this age. You know what I mean?
And injury history. Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
and they always so.
Yeah.
He's gonna get volume somehow, some way, regardless.
So now, the guy ahead of me ended up going double receiver, which is kind of what I thought was gonna happen because he only has DJ Moore. So here, with all these teams already having quarterbacks, my guy's probably gonna get picked. You know, I don't think he'll make it back to me. But even if he doesn't, there's still a few other guys that I'll be okay with this roster. So here in a league where we have 3 receivers and 2 running backs and a flex, I think I'm gonna go receiver again here, and I'm gonna pick a guy who I think might have a huge year. And this guy is someone that he's gonna be my wide receiver 4 on my roster, which is just nutty to me. He's a little banged up right now with a hamstring injury, which is kind of nerving because he's had history with that. But he's just so explosive, man. And he has so much potential every year. And now he's linked back up with his boy. As much as I want to take Jerry Jeudy right here, I think I have more faith in the Robbie Anderson and Sam Darnold connection than I do the Drew Lock and Jerry Jeudy connection. So I'm going to go Robbie Anderson in that spot.
So, question for you, Rye. Because obviously every draft is different. You're at the 2 position. You have to wait 21 picks until your next pick.
Yep.
So you're not afraid to jump in the ADP a little bit to get that guy that you like that's just like a little bit higher than the next available talent, right?
confused at your question.
So in other words, like if you're at that spot, you don't always have to just say, all right, well, I'm gonna look at the next most talented guy on the board and take him.
Oh, right.
Like you don't have to do that at that spot.
Both my picks, I didn't. I mean,
right.
But see, for the receiver picks, I did though. Like I took the best available guy at those spots, but that's just because the value I'm going to be getting at that spot at the ADP, like at the 5.2, getting Robert Woods is insane. You know, like that's unheard of. Like that's not going to happen in our regular draft. Like that's something, but I can't let that slip. You know. So at that point,
he is slipping like crazy though.
With Keenan Allen, with Chris Godwin, with Robert Woods, with Gibson and McCaffrey, I'm okay taking kind of a step back and picking guys that I know won't make it back to me. So I'm going to reach down a little bit and grab these dudes now. That way I have them. And on the way back, if I got to add depth, because, you know, I got to add depth, I mean, those positions are both pretty deep, like always. So, you know, I'll just get some depth in there. You know, get some handcuffs. Go ahead,
yes,
Kevin.
sir.
Them get that pick.
Yeah, the one thing that worries me with Robbie is just the targets that McCaffrey is going to get and Terrace Marshall.
Yeah.
They seem to really like this kid. And I think he would eat more into Robbie Anderson's.
Yep. No, and like here's the
more.
thing. Yeah, I agree. That could definitely be a problem. But at this position in the 7-2, I'm okay with getting a bust in my 7th pick of the draft. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I'd agree with that.
This guy might not even see my lineup. If Trey Sermon gets announced the week 1 starter, I'm not starting Robbie Anderson in my flex. It's just not happening. You know what I mean? So, like, he might not even see my starting lineup until bye weeks. So, I'm all right with it. And then if he comes out week 1, catches 2 90-yard touchdowns from Sam Darnold on 2 catches, if that's what I got all year, I'm down with it. I'll stick him in the flex. I'll get 1 point a couple weeks, but I'll take the 30 points here and there in my flex. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a lot of guys in that boat. But. All right, Kev, go ahead.
So I don't like my running back depth at all.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm not too worried about it in a full PPR. There's guys later that you can kind of plug in for 10 points. He says, yeah, me either. Hey, I can't pass on my boy, dude. I got to take him. Judy in the
fuck. I fucking knew it. I goddamn knew you were going there.
Yo, why wouldn't you pick Chase Edmonds, bro?
Oh, fuck that. Jerry Judy's got the chance to be the next big thing, dude.
Does he, though?
He's really good. Elite
I agree. But, I mean, does he, though?
Oh, my God, dude. So...
True lock. So, all right, so here's a question. Let's play what if. What if I took Judy there? Because those are the 2 guys I was debating with. What if I took Judy? Would you have went running back?
Absolutely.
All right, so you picked your guy. So that goes back to Moose's question. You know? Yeah. So we're at a position now in the draft where you pick your guy. If he's there, you pick him. As long as it's not crazy. You know, like you're not picking a guy who's
I would have went Mike Davis or Chase Edmonds in that spot.
Exactly. Right. I think you got to go Mike Davis here.
The fact that Mike Davis is still there is kind of crazy. Yeah. They have nobody behind him on the depth chart. It's just, I just looked at the first few games of their schedule. It was really rough.
There's a couple guys on the Moose. Pick your guy, bro. I know who you want.
I know. I know. So like
a bell cow you can get, dude, in the 7th round. Like you have to pick him.
Who, Mike Davis?
I mean, you don't have to fucking do anything.
Like I really like one guy over Mike Davis. And it's gonna seem crazy. But that's fine. It's Michael Carter. That's who I'm taking here over Mike Davis. I don't like Atlanta's offense other than Ridley and Pitts. To be honest, and as good as Mike Davis may be, like Michael Carter's going to get that work almost immediately. So I'm not overly concerned there. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Almost immediately, without a doubt.
I think they're gonna give him the ball, but it's gonna be a full blown committee. Tevin Coleman will get hurt. He's done. But Ty Johnson, they liked him a lot last year. P. Ryan was, I don't know.
I think Michael. Everything I've read,
just the guy, but
everything I've read on him suggests that he's going to be the number 1 guy there, and I'm dead confident in that.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing: is that New York, they want Michael Carter, they want Zach Wilson, and they want Elijah Moore to be the 3-headed horseman.
Yeah.
Let's
not forget they have a new coaching staff.
Yeah.
Like let's not forget that this is going to be a change
there, bro. They want these new guys that don't have anything in the past in their heads. It's all fresh. They want these guys to be good. So
Yeah.
I like the pick a lot. Him and Sermon are my 1-2 running back. I'm pretty sure in my rankings when it comes to rookies.
And so here's up to my next pick. I don't like any of the wide receivers.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I don't like almost any of the wide receivers on the board right now that are close to me, and I think a couple can slip. So what I'm gonna do here again, maybe I would say a little bit weird, but I'm gonna go Kenyon Drake because I think he's gonna get the pass work with the Raiders. I don't like James Conner, Damian Harris. Love the talent. The offense there scares me. So
that's what I'm picking. Even though there's a wide receiver sitting there that I like a lot, but yeah, I'm going with Damian Harris, and I'm hoping Mac Jones eventually becomes the quarterback. Cam Newton doesn't vulture every touchdown at the goal line again.
What?
I need to put him in.
Yo, really gonna let me pick this guy?
I think I know who you're gonna pick, and it's fine that you do. I'm not mad about it.
Who do you think it is before I pick him?
I think you're going down all the way to a... Oh, no. Oh, no. You're going with the guy. It's Darnell Mooney, isn't it? It's him or Elijah Moore.
I don't like Darnell Mooney. I'm not picking Elijah Moore.
Who are you picking
I can get those guys in the way back, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm
going
with freaking Tyler Boyd, bro. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
In a full point PPR, dude? That's a flex all day. That's a wide receiver 3 full point PPR.
I didn't pick Judy. I was going Boyd, but
yeah. Like, I don't.
I'm scared. Right. I'm scared for his targets this year.
I'm not at all. I think they're gonna throw the ball a tremendous amount of times, bro. I think Burrow was on pace to break rookie records, bro. Like, he was on pace to destroy rookie records.
So much.
Yeah.
And Boyd is a security blanket. Higgins and Chase, I think that all three of them can end up being.
And then I'm going in right here with the Bengals. I'm buying in with the Bengals. And I'm going with Joe Burrow here because here's the reason why I'm picking a quarterback in round 9 right now.
That's all right.
What? I'm taking your guy.
Yeah, it's all right though because there's somebody else.
I have to take him. Ryan Tannehill or him, honestly, or Jalen Hurts. It'd be one of those 3. I'm not picking a rookie quarterback. It's not happening right now. I don't have faith in the rookie class this year like I did last year. I like Burrow. I like Burrow a lot. I just think he's a hell of an athlete. I mean, talent at quarterback. I know he got hurt last year, and people are kind of worried about that, but I'm not worried about it at all, bro. You got Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd. You got, T. Higgins. Who's the tight end they signed? They signed a tight end who's a stud. And they finally got a tight end. Joe Mixon. Don't forget about Joey Mixon, bro.
Give me a reason why you like Joe Burrow, and it's like I'll give you.
Yeah, there's just
Chase, Higgins, and Boyd. That's all you need.
I'm just gonna take him here. As much as I don't like to buy in on one team, I think I have to. I mean, it was him or Tannehill or Hurts. But
I'm going Tannehill. He's just been really, really good since he went to Tennessee, and now I have the stack. The Tannehill, AJ Brown will do some damage. That stack almost led a team to the championship 2 years ago and having a record.
Yeah.
I love Tannehill is my favorite QB in the draft this year, just due to his ADP. Like he has like top 6 potential. Like he really does. He has a nasty team. He has all the time in the world to be good. Especially with Julio. Like, let's not forget Julio Jones is there. I don't care if he's been hurt a couple of games last year. Like, he didn't want to play for that team anyways. Let's not forget that too. For me, on this pick, I have to start getting some wide receivers on the board. Because obviously, I went running back heavy the last few rounds. So I'm just gonna take a shot with Antonio Brown, especially because he nearly knocked the dude out at practice today. Write him in for about 1,200 yards after that.
Not for nothing, but he might be getting a suspension
for that.
If you can't do it in a game, why can you do it at practice? I think Goodell might crack down on him a little bit.
Practice?
No way.
We talking about practice?
There is no shot that they get suspended, bro.
There's no way.
Do you remember DeAndre Hopkins punched the dude from the Titans? You remember that?
Yeah.
He didn't get suspended, bro.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Do I need to pull that up? Like that was the fight that I never forget.
What was his name? Wasn't that on Hard Knocks?
It was. I forget the guy he punched in the face. Was it Adoree?
Yeah, they were going at it the whole time. Who was that? I don't
Adoree
remember
Jackson,
either.
right?
Oh, it might have been Adoree Jackson. That's right. Who they let go because he's trash.
We have some Titan fans out there that would rip your head off if they heard you say that.
That's fine. Yeah, one of my best friends is a Titans fan. I can tell him straight to his face he's trash. Although I was surprised they let him go. Anyways, I got about a minute left on the board here. I'm feeling pretty confident with like my starters and my flex. And I think this is where.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt you. I'm sorry. It wasn't the Titans. It was the 49ers, and it was D'Angelo Hall.
Oh Jesus! Really? How long ago was that?
I don't know. All right, continue your thing. I'll get it pulled up so we can peep it real quick. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm taking this guy because first off, I think they're gonna throw the ball a lot. Two, I know he's had injuries. I know he's constantly questionable. But I'm confident enough in my team at this point that I think I can take a shot on him. And that's Mike Williams. I know it like pains us all anytime any of us pick him. I mean, but like he's so talented when he's healthy, man. He's such a good football player. And I think Justin Herbert's going to have to find avenues besides Keenan Allen. And I think he's the guy to do it.
Got to be somebody. So one of my biggest values of the draft just went off the board at the 10-9. Corey Davis.
He's the other one I was contemplating between him and Mike.
He's their wide receiver 1. Elijah Moore will probably be their wide receiver 2. And maybe Crowder. Crowder in a PPR might be ahead of Moore, but Davis he already has the chemistry with Zach Wilson and came out of nowhere last year, sort of that late career resurgence that we saw at Devontae Parker. So I really like Davis this year, but instead I'll grab my other guy that I think is going to have a breakout.
Yeah.
I love this kid, dude.
Darnell.
Runs some crisp routes, dude. He gets open deep. And if Justin Fields ends up, giving that offense a little bit more juice. But, I mean, Dalton can slang it, but we all want to see Fields and see what he can do for that offense. So,
I mean, what did I say last week to you guys? I said Darnell Mooney season, bro. I think he's going to be good this year, like really good. So I love that pick.
For me, Andy Dalton isn't that much of an upgrade over Nick Foles or Mitch, whereas you bring in Fields, it's just another whole dimension to that team that can unlock Allen Robinson and Mooney and a Cole Kmet.
Right.
And this draft has been nothing short of weird. We haven't really been reading out the picks after what we've made, but like in the last round in at the turn 9-12 and 10-1, it went even before that when Robert Tonyan, Robert Gronkowski, and Logan Thomas. Like the guy at 9-12, 10-1 picked 2 tight ends in a row. So like that's not typically going to happen. So Darnell Mooney probably wouldn't be available there in the 10th round. Mike Williams, maybe the same thing. I don't know. I mean, I know their ADPs are deep, but sleepers ADPs are like
we already got
way out of whack
boards too. So I mean,
you guys keep disrespecting Andy Dalton. It's really bothering me.
Listen, just because he grew a beard doesn't mean he can play football.
Listen, man, did you see Ryan Fitzpatrick? What happened to him?
Yeah, he can. What do you mean? He puts fantasy points up on the board.
Exactly. So Andy Dalton will too. All right. So with my next pick, I ended up going with the tight end. I picked Tyler Higbee. I think he was literally the best available tight end on the board. He was the best available tight end on my board. The only other person I would be debating there would be Troutman and probably his ex-teammate Gerald Everett. But right now Everett's kind of not solidified as the one there. They got Disley still, Uncle Disley still chilling. But with only 3 running backs, I think I'm going to pick a handcuff here. I'm going to get out of the way and pick CMC's handcuff, Chuba Hubbard, and just make sure I have some backup in case he goes down. At least I still have a starting running back on an offense that will probably still run the ball a lot, even if he gets hurt, i.e. Mike Davis.
Chuba Hubbard will be this year's Mike Davis if something happens.
Right. But I won't say that about him because he's a good man.
Man, it was another steal this late.
We do not like Mike Davis.
So I'm going with we got what could quite possibly be the number one offense in football if Dak stays healthy. I'll take his third option.
Yeah, it's pretty steely right there. If I didn't have such a stacked team above what I just picked, I probably would have went Gallup there.
Especially if something is to happen to Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb. It's just Gallup. He's a very good wide receiver. He'd probably be any other team's 2 at worst.
Right.
Yeah. There's definitely still some good options on the board for me here. I actually like these rounds a lot because these rounds you can kind of take shots where you want. I mean, we're in 11 right now, and then I usually honestly don't worry about a kicker or defense until like the very end. And now that Washington, Los Angeles Rams, or the Ravens are off the board, I'm definitely not going to jump for a defense. Or a kick, obviously a kicker. I don't really give a shit about kickers here. So I'm gonna jump up the board just a few spots in the ADP, and that's to a guy that first of all finished top 20 last year on one of the fucking worst football teams you can watch. And we have to watch them every year on like my favorite holiday. And I just think his opportunity now is even greater, especially with the reports coming out that he is leading that wide receiver core. And as much as I love the guys with him, I love this guy, and that's Marvin Jones. Laviska Shenault, I'm not sure exactly where everybody stands on him yet. It's kind of confusing, but I just love Marvin Jones at his ADP this year. I'll take him all day long.
That's wild, bro. I kind of thought he already got drafted. Like, I'm going to have to pay more attention on the real draft because that's too much of a steal.
Yeah.
You got to be their number one. Shark, it doesn't seem good. Shark, like, the coach already came out and said he's, like, not tough. I don't know. Urban Meyer doesn't seem to like him. He's still banged up. I don't know. It just looks like Marvin Jones is definitely going to be their number one guy.
I think so,
too.
Just
got him at the 11-7. Which,
yeah.
That will never happen in a real draft. They'll go in the 9th at the latest. Because, I mean, we got people picking defenses right now. But
yeah,
still,
I mean,
still going to.
I'm not going to pick a defense right now. I just think it's ridiculous to try to, like, break down a defense while we're doing a mock draft. So it's just not going to happen.
Me and Rye next year, we might have to boot one of our friends out of the league. Because I think we got to go IDP, right? After that IDP draft, you saw how fun that was. We got to go IDP in this league, right?
That was fun.
It was fun.
I think I love it.
Fun,
I think I completely botched it, but I also love the guys on my squad.
We have to go IDP, and I know Joey's not going to be down.
It's a conversation we can have another day. Right now, let's focus on this mock draft.
Okay,
done.
so here's a guy that I'm absolutely going to jump for. He is a handcuff for me because I got Zeke at the 1 spot, and that's Tony Pollard. God forbid anything happens to Zeke this year. Pollard is a RB1 for one of the best offensive teams in the league. Have to handcuff him.
And I'm going to be honest, bro. He might even see flex potential.
He might.
He might get some work. Yeah, they could have them both on the field. He's explosive.
All right.
What are we working with?
Nothing there much, bro. Nothing there much.
What are we
while you're looking at that, I'm gonna transition over here real quick to this DeAndre Hopkins fight.
You got the D-Hop video?
Yeah, so you guys can take your time, Kev. I'm gonna pause the draft there.
Yeah, Hop. Oh! Good release, Hop. Man, listen. I win the route.
Are we doing play-by-play on this?
I win the route. Me? Man, don't touch me, boy. What the fuck wrong with you, boy? I'm a grown ass man, dog. Just like you. Well, we can box. I feel God, homie. I feel God. I feel God, boy. I feel God, boy. I feel God, boy. I'm just like you now. But tell these boys to God now. I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you too. Watch. Before somebody touching me after the play is over and talking about what they're gonna do to me, coach, that's not gonna.
Hey, it's all wolf talk.
I know.
Okay? So let's come over here. Let's come over here.
They're about to get you riled up.
Mistake. Literally the greatest receiver we might ever see, bro. Cooked! Oh!
Oh, somebody hurt.
Damn, I'm already breaking ankles. Damn, first day of pass, already breaking ankles on the route. Shit. Hey, I just finished it. I don't start nothing.
Damn, bro. That wasn't the fist fight, but damn. He did just mess him up right there. Who did he fight, bro? Oh, here it is. This is it. Oh shit, we got an ad from YouTube here. Alright, Kev.
Oh no.
We'll come back to it. I found it. Alright.
That little seltzer ad?
Yeah, we don't care. They're not sponsoring us. Alright, let's go. Who you got? Who you got forged, bro?
Alright, hold up.
Moose over there vaping the shit out of his room. About this. Let's go.
I'm all stressed out about this draft, man.
Why? It's not even. It doesn't even matter, bro. It doesn't even matter.
I'm stressing, man.
I have the best team possible.
Leave me alone, man.
Plug this team in and see if he gets an A+.
I'm gonna get an A+. If
I
I don't
got
get
an A+.
if I don't get an A+, just shit's on crack, dude. Like, my team starting lineup is insane, dude. It's insane.
It really is ridiculous.
But it's okay. We can keep hating.
Honestly, going back, I would have picked Antonio Gibson over Najee Harris, I think. But
guess what?
oh, always those mistakes.
Yeah, that
Trash.
Alright, Kev, come on.
Yeah, I gotta get a guy that's just like depth piece in a PPR leagues. So I have someone I can plug in.
Ooh.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind that either.
I'll take my guy, McKissick.
I'll get a better plug for a PPR running back. I'll get a better one than that. I can do better.
Oh no.
Anything I can do, you can do, I can do better. Anything you
Which
can
one?
do, I can do too.
Ah, I missed him.
Oh no. Oh no. I think I know.
I think I know.
Shit. You gonna talk about your pick at all?
I don't know if it's the one. Now I'm nervous. No.
See, this is why you need to vape, man.
I saw a quote come out earlier. Oh, man.
I'm taking Jamal Williams.
Oh, no, I don't want him.
I like that pick, but that's not who I was thinking about.
Damn. Okay.
Shit.
Well, I like Jamal Williams a lot. I don't think Swift can stay healthy. Williams is a stud. I mean, in the 12th round, I think it's just a good guy to have. He's shown that he can produce. He can catch the ball. In the PPR league, I don't think he can do anything else. But then my next one's gonna be Gio Bernard. So.
Oh. You piece of shit. That's who I thought you were going with first. I know. Kev had his eye on. Dude, I fucking love Gio Bernard this year.
Arians is like hyped on this guy.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be playing with a quarterback that likes to throw it to the running back a lot. So I'm gonna use him. And to be fair, somebody else I was debating right there instead of Jamal Williams was James White. I feel like James White always gets the short end of the stick in the PPR league. I know he didn't produce a lot last year, but I don't know. I feel like in the 13th and 12th round in a deep PPR league, like that's somebody you can pick for sure, right?
Yeah. All right. Now I got a tough one here. So I really liked what I saw out of Rager this week in joint practice, but I also like what I saw out of this dude tonight. Catching a long touchdown from Cam Newton.
Ooh.
He should be their number one receiver.
Jacoby Myers. Okay.
Love that. Dude, he looks so good. He does look so good this year.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was so good last year.
Yeah, it's
He's
true.
good. They just need to be able to have any kind of an efficient offense.
Yeah, right.
All right, so I'm at a stage in this draft. I mean, I was kind of at this stage as soon as I drafted Mike Williams or even Antonio Brown. But I love taking a little bit of no, God no, don't let me touch that man. No, I'm pretty okay with who my running backs are at this point, to be honest with you. And you can always make trades. You can always figure that out down the line. Not that I have a ton of trade bait, but I think I have enough that going into a year with this type of team, I think I would be okay if somebody missed on some wide receivers. You know, these teams at the end here, the 10, 11, 12, their receivers are trash. I mean, for the most part, I guess 11, not so much with Diggs in the second round.
But now, honestly, though, is that really what you can look at while you're drafting? Is like, are people going to trade for me because they're going to have busts? Like, I don't think that's something you can put into consideration mid-draft, you know?
No, I don't think so either, but I also just don't think I need to reach for running back right now. Like, I think that's something I can figure out during the season. If for some reason
is the 13th round really reaching?
For a running back, yeah. I think for a running back, yeah. I mean, you didn't with Gio Bernard, but like I don't see anybody right now. I thought I just picked. Sorry. So I'm gonna go with a guy that everything. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be like a massive, fantasy star right away. But everything I've heard, everything I've read says that Jared Goff loves him, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know he's a rookie. I really like the potential there. He's going to be like a Robert Woods type of receiver for Jared Goff. So I think he's going to make it immediate.
You picked him over Rondell Moore? And
yeah. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot.
I like Rondale Moore as a player, but I think St. Brown has a clearer path to targets.
If we were talking about like dynasty, I'd probably pick Rondale Moore, but we're not. So
you got Hopkins there.
Even Cole Beasley. Why wouldn't you pick Cole Beasley?
Because the next guy that I'm gonna pick, I think that he can have a pretty good season. I know we just saw all the Jalen Reagor hype and all that, but and I know this guy's like a little bit injured, but this far down the line, after what we've seen from this quarterback in the past, where they're probably going to be down some points and he'll just huck the ball, it's Traquan Smith for me. In the 14th round, yeah, I'll definitely take him. I know he's a little bit hurt, but
imagine if he was a wide receiver too. Crazy.
The next guy I was going to take, honestly, was going to be Gabriel Davis because I loved him last year. I just think he's a fantastic talent, and I think Josh Allen could use him. But yeah, I like Traquan still. This late, absolutely.
Okay. Do you want me to disagree with you, or?
You can if you want.
I'm
gonna
wait till Kevin picks because I don't want him to pick him.
All right.
So let's go through your head here, Kev. What are you doing here in your head here? What are you doing?
Now I'll pick Reagor.
Okay.
Let's say he's probably only behind like Goddard and maybe Smith. Devontae Smith, they obviously used a lot of draft capital on him. He's expected to be their guy. But Reagor looked good this week, so if that can translate, he needed more of an opportunity. I think he disappointed last year, and they didn't really give him a chance. But also look out for Quez Watkins. That boy's fast.
Oh, shit. Good call.
So it wouldn't shock me if Reagor again takes a back seat in that offense. But,
all right. So with my next pick, I'm probably gonna. What I want to do is go receiver and pick a guy that I think is gonna be the wide receiver 1 in New Orleans.
Gotcha. I thought you'd go this route.
That was my other target.
Because I mean, the reports are just like he's just incredible. He's operating as the number 1 receiver. He's playing offense in practice as the number 1 receiver. I'm gonna go with him. I'm going Marquez Callaway. I got him in Dynasty. I was a fan of him last year. I think he could potentially be that late round guy that could win you the league. That just slips to round 15 or 14. Like the team ahead of me wasn't gonna pick him, so I could have easily waited and picked him the next round. But
yeah, but why wait? I mean, it's not like you're gonna go after the Colts or Zach Ertz.
Right. So the next guy I'm gonna
wait. Can I just say one thing too about Callaway and Smith? To be honest with you, we don't know who's gonna be pulling cornerback one coverage. My guess would be probably Smith. If that's the case, I like Callaway better. If Callaway takes cornerback one coverage, I probably like Smith better. So it's kind of like a crapshoot for those two. Like we just don't know how the defenses are going to react to them yet.
Right, and I agree.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Marquez.
We saw flashes.
Yeah.
We saw flashes last year. A couple of games where he was a factor, but really it was just one where he went 8 for 75. But
all right. Well, here I'm gonna take
a
guy. I'm gonna take a tight end here that is someone I really like this year. I'm just I'm not as high on him as I was at the beginning of my research and stuff. But I feel like he could be huge if he is the guy. And in round 15, with the potential of Higbee getting hurt again, and tight ends just being so bad, and with my depth of what I already have for my receivers and running backs, I'm okay not getting a backup quarterback. I'm not going to pick a defense. I'm running the no defense strategy.
Yeah.
You just drop your guy who gets hurt in the preseason and pick him up. But I'm going to go with Gerald Everett here. I like him a lot. Pete Carroll likes him a lot. He said that he was the best tight end he's coached. I mean, I like to say that about somebody. I don't know. He called him out. He predicted a breakout for him. Like, how you gotta go out and say that about a tight end, and then like not give him the ball at all? I guess it's Pete Carroll, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I'll give him to me. I mean, worst case, I drop him. Right? Worst case, I drop him, and he's nothing. But at this point, like, if he ends up being a TA1 in the 15th round, getting a tight end 1, that's unbelievable. Like, that's unbelievable value. Like, it doesn't get more valuable than that unless you get him in the 16th round. So,
agreed.
Yeah, I don't mind that pick. I did think you'd go with your boy, but
well, I might. There's still time, Moose. It's still around. I don't even know who my boy is, but there's still time. There's still time.
You know who your boy is.
There's still time. I have a lot of boys out there, bro. A lot of homies. A lot of guys that want on my team. I'm winning this draft. I think this draft was already won. I already won this draft like 10 rounds
You
ago.
may have. Just with your first 5 picks, it was probably all over from there. But
Yeah.
10 rounds ago I won.
Looking at what's out there right now, like Jared Cook can have a huge year playing with Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But I already got Darren Waller, dude.
It doesn't matter, though, honestly. I think at this point in the draft, the backup tight end is okay, especially in a league where it's kind of starting to evolve.
There's also a guy on the board who could end up being team's wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I mean, of course. We can say that about everybody we pick from round 12 to 16.
Look at that.
Like
it's... None of these other receivers have a chance to be Sterling Shepard.
Sammy Watkins does. I mean, he got a scary injury, but
the Ravens scare the crap out of me right now.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're not allowed to have nice things. Hollywood is hurt. Bateman's hurt. Everyone's hurt. Lamar, how's he going to do throwing the ball this year? I don't know, man. They just make me nervous.
Yeah.
Andrews gets more targets than anybody.
Man,
Before you pick, Moose, we are wrapping up the draft here. If you are watching us on Twitch, make sure you do follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Just search The Fantasy Dads. We are going to be live every Thursday night, 8 p.m. till kickoff, and then we'll be live on Thursday nights and Sundays. I'm just excited. I just want to make sure everybody out there knows where you can find us. Check us out. This is year two. Very excited to get back into it. And tonight was a very good success. And just thank you everybody for being here and welcome us back in.
We'll be getting out the top 10 tight ends, I think it is tomorrow, right?
Yep.
No, value receivers though, right?
No, today was value RBs, wasn't it? So it's
Yeah.
going to be back to a top 10. So either
Yeah.
QB or tight end, whatever you guys want to go first.
Right. But yeah, guys, make sure you follow us on those socials. Check out our content. We're posting TikToks now. Something I'm going to focus on, like I said at the beginning of the show, something we're all going to focus on more is content and try to really make something of this if we're going to do it. Something all three of us really do enjoy and, take pride in fantasy football every year for the past, well, for me, it's been for the past almost, 15 to 16 years, whatever it's been. And it's to be able to do something like this with the background I have in streaming now, and to have two of my friends
pause my shit.
do it with me.
Oh, no. No, it auto pick for me, bro.
You ended up getting a pass defense, though. That's not so bad.
Okay, can I explain who I would have taken there?
Yeah, what is his name?
Okay, it would have been Rashad Penny.
Okay.
Because he's a clear handcuff to Chris Carson. And to take him in the 15th round, I'll absolutely do that.
All right, so we're going to do this.
Oh, you can switch it?
Of course I can switch it.
Oh, put the switch on him then.
There you go. All right.
So yeah, Rashad Penny. I mean, just like for a 15th round, like there's no explaining why he shouldn't have been taken already.
Yeah.
Obviously we're going against a bunch of computerized software systems, but yeah, like for me, there's no question about it. Yeah, the last pick, man. I don't really. There's not a ton out there.
So before you make it, you want to explain real quick why we don't pick defenses?
Oh yeah, so we're just not. I mean, like why we're doing it now, or why in general?
Well, all right. So say you don't get Washington or Baltimore or Tampa or the Rams or one of those top 5 defenses, or a defense that for some reason you absolutely love. There's no need to pick a defense, because if you don't get one of those top 5, because you have to reach. If you want a top 5 defense, you more likely have to reach, and you're gonna pass up the ability of getting a player that's very valuable to your team. Like at the point where I picked my handcuff for Christian McCaffrey, I would have probably had to pick a defense there. I probably would have had to go on Baltimore or Tampa or Steelers or the 49ers. That's when they started going. Like that round is when they all started going. In the round before me, after I picked Tyler Higbee, Washington football team went, Rams went. So if I had picked the defense, I would not have had my handcuff. He wouldn't have made it back to me. There's no way. And if he did, it's still, so defenses, you can wait. You can wait, and it's a defense, bro. You can stream a freaking defense. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. All right. I got 10 seconds to pick here. I'm going to pick this kid. I'm going to pick Hunter Renfrow. I'm going to take Hunter Renfrow. A lot of reports this week said that, Derek Carr's feeling even more comfortable with him. So for a flyer in the 16th round, I'm okay with that.
I like that pick.
Yeah. I mean, it was him or, believe it or not, KJ Hamler. I think KJ Hamler still has some talent.
KJ Hamler's a sneaky guy, too.
Hamler, Alex Campbell.
So, Kev, I'm going to ask you a question, bro.
What's up, man?
I'm not gonna control your pick here, because all right. So say this is the league we're playing for money right now, right? And you're sitting here last round, and you still haven't picked the defense, but there's a defense out there that I think even if we weren't homers, we consider a top 5 defense right now.
I like the Patriots defense this year. I like the Dolphins defense too, though. I would pick either of those in our league because we have to. ESPN forces you to pick a defense, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would pick one of those two.
Wait, no, they don't. No, they don't.
I thought they did.
No.
I thought we tried that last year and it didn't work.
Since it was online. If it's offline, it doesn't matter.
Probably offline, yeah. So for us, that's what it was. I was trying to do it in an online. But yeah, obviously for the sake of the mock, like if I was drafting on sleeper, I probably wouldn't pick a defense.
Okay.
So I'm looking. Could pick Tua just in case something happened to Tannehill, but I don't want to do that.
Rather have Big Ben or Carson Wentz or Sam Darnold or Jameis Winston or
Exactly. Honestly, Derek Carr, there's no reason.
Yeah.
to even have 2 quarterbacks in this league.
I'm probably picking another quarterback.
Ruh-roh.
I say if I had gotten like Justin Fields or Trey Lance, shit, we didn't pause it.
Who would you
I got
want?
the defense. I was gonna go with Paris Campbell.
Okay. You want to explain it at all, or
He's just
better?
he's either gonna do something this year and deliver on some of that hype, or he's a bust. Like, officially, I think we can write him off. That's in dynasty and in general. If he can't come through this year, he can't stay healthy. I think that's probably it for him, right?
Right. I agree.
But he could be a serious threat if he can stay on the field.
All right. So with this pick, I'm gonna go with the quarterback here because Burrow is coming off of a pretty serious injury. Makes me a little nervous, but I'm confident Burrow will be okay. However, if there is a case or a scenario where, I don't have him, I do want to have a quarterback. I don't have to play, tag along and pick who's the matchups and yada, yada, yada. So a guy who's going to be on the field no matter who wins the job, a quarterback I can plug in if I need to. He's going to be I'm changing it up. I'm not doing that. I'm going with
You were gonna pick Hill, weren't you?
I was going to. I'm going to go Carson Wentz though. Because if he's healthy, he's still a good quarterback. So I'll go Carson Wentz. But Xavier Jones would have been a nice pick too. That's who I think is going to be starting for the Rams eventually. And there he is, the last pick of the draft. But that does it though. I think I won, but we'll put it to the test with Moose. Moose has an app where he'll give us a grade. We'll give everybody a grade.
You're talking if I plug this in. I can try to plug this in, but I don't know if it'll take. We had to do it on the app in order for that to happen. But I would say it's pretty fair that you probably won. Yeah, I would say you. I mean, you're definitely not at the top when it comes to quarterback play, but other than that, I mean, your team is solid. What do you mean, what?
Oh my God, nothing. All right.
Burrow will finish top 12. I'm certain of that, but
yeah.
But other than that, I mean, your team's pretty fucking nasty, dude. I hate the late rounds this year. That the mid to late rounds bother me compared
Very
to
stressful.
how they did last year. Like
Right.
It's harder to figure out wide receiver value this year, I think, and I mean, it is every year, but maybe I'm just taking it a little more serious this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with my team. I mean, Elliott, Harris, Robinson, Lamb, Hawkinson, Prescott. After that, gets a little bit shaky, but I mean, I'm a mid-season player, anyways. You almost never win your year on the draft, but you may just have, like that draft you just had. Probably just did.
I definitely won. There's no question. But all right, that does it. That does it for the Fantasy Dads. We're back. First episode back. Very excited to get back into it. Yeah, you gotta go. I mean, you gotta go running back heavy. I think you have to this year. I think that's the strategy I'm gonna go with this year is running back heavy. I think receivers are so deep. I think that's my last plug on the show. But yeah, thank you guys again, everybody, for watching us on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, or wherever you're seeing our content. Appreciate it. Make sure you drop a like for us. Give us a subscribe. And make sure you check us out next Thursday, 8 p.m. EST, live on Facebook, YouTube, and hopefully we'll have our own Twitch channel soon. But
back.
Definitely check us out on YouTube. That's where we'll be posting a lot of content, shorts and videos, and TikTok, everywhere. Check us out on Twitter though. Twitter's very active. Mr. Smirks over here is in charge. So make sure you interact with him on Twitter. And Moose and me, we got the other stomping grounds. So check it out. Appreciate you guys for being here. I don't know what we're going to do next Thursday. Maybe another mock draft. Maybe we'll just talk. Who knows? But definitely stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for our content that'll be dropping tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. on TikTok. And then everywhere else during the day too. So make sure you guys check it out. And make sure you hit the like button, comment, interact, let us know. But I appreciate you guys so much for being here. And that does it, right? That does it. You guys got anything else you want to say?
Mahalo, man.
You want to post these teams? Yeah,
I'll take care of that later.
Somehow, put it to a vote.
Yeah, we could do that.
On Twitter or something?
No, actually don't.
We could do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose, but
We could do that 100%.
No, definitely do it.
Do that 100%. But all right, guys, that's it.
All right, man.